What?
Can we see the numbers, Skip, or is that not possible?
It'll start in about five, four, three, two, and here it goes. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Today's webinar is going to be so amazing. I'm so excited. Marissa is going to be delivering a true masterclass in the chat. Where are you coming in from in the world, everybody? Today is super exciting. I know you haven't seen me in this backdrop before, but you'll get used to it. It's going to be awesome. I've got a couple of Marissa books over here, actually, and maybe some special shout outs to anyone that can recognize particular ones there. We got Upstate New York with Cheryl. We got Anna from North Idaho. Welcome. Got Karen from Paris, Branka from Croatia, Mia from Jordan, Judy from Missouri, Mary from Connecticut. We got Sally from Dubai, Caitlin from Stockton, Mila from Dallas, Vivek from Norway. Ooh, Isa from Guatemala, Desiree from London, Veronica from, I think, Santa Monica. It's going real fast now. Gavin from Dubai, Sonal from South Carolina, Pamela from Cape Cod, Dave from South Africa. Dave, is that Dave Absol who's out there? Is that Dave? Because that'd be amazing to see that you're on here. Oh, what up, Dave? So good to meet you, Marissa. That's Dave that I messaged you about a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, incredible. Ooh, we got Anne from Isle of Man in here. Christina from New Zealand. That's a crazy time zone for you. Well, welcome everybody to this masterclass on Dietless Life Live. So there's going to be some huge announcements by the end of this. We're going to have an incredible experience. Marissa and I have been talking about this for months, actually almost for the entire year. We've been talking about this day and this program that we have put together for the first time in a very long time. So really excited about it. We're joined here by the wonderful team. We've got Ariel, we've got Sylvia, we've got Laura, and so many others supporting in the background. So hats off to everybody in the support. We got Maria coming in from Athens, Greece. But without any further ado, let's bring up the queen herself. Everybody, go ahead and welcome Marissa Peer to the stage. Marissa, so good to have you here coming in live from Dubai. I know it is so late your time. What's going on, Marissa?
Oh, nothing's going on here except I'm here with you having a wonderful time. Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Oh, and I truly believe that. So, Marissa, give me the background. Why did dietless life become an idea, and why is it so important to you?
So, I started in 1984. I was only just really an embryo then. But in 1984, I went to work for Jane Fonda when she was starting off her Jane Fonda workout studios. And I went to work at an amazing place called Matrix. And I was very early on involved in the health and fitness industry. I was one of Pineapple Dance Studios' foremost teachers. So I cut my teeth, if you like, in the business of diet and exercise. And I realized very quickly that the whole industry is so abusive. We talk about punishing those pounds and do a strict workout and a stricter workout and a stricter diet. And that diet didn't work. Let's find another one that's harder and more grueling. And I realized very quickly, this whole concept is based on abuse. I lived in LA. One of my roommates was bulimic, one was anorexic. In West Hollywood, that just seemed normal. But I knew it was very abnormal. And in the 80s, I'd find that every third girl in one of my classes was anorexic, bulimic, body dysmorphic, or exercise compulsive. And so I moved away from that because I realized that a lot of these illnesses, like anorexia, is actually a mental illness, and you cannot fix it with exercise or dieting. And so I found hypnosis and worked with my bulimic and indeed anorexic flatmates. I found hypnosis to be an extraordinary cure. So I left the fitness industry, but much as I love Jane and stayed in touch, I left that behind and I began to work with people with eating disorders. And I did that for the next 30 years with immense success. But it's so interesting that, nearly 40 years after I left Jane Fonda, here we are with more diets, more gyms, more exercise than ever before in the world. Food now has calories written across it. And yet we also have more people that are unhappy with their bodies, overweight, or can't reach than ever before. And I realized that something was wrong, and the something is diets. If diet, we go, have had a diet is amazing. It's called the Beverly Hills diet or the South Beach diet or the great. I've been on it, I lost all the weight, and now I'm fixed. But it doesn't. It says I found a diet, and it only worked for a month, and now I've got to find another one. And you see, diets fail. Not only do they fail you, they make you feel like a failure. The thing I hate the most about them is they make you feel that you've failed when, by their very nature, diets have to fail. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But because diets have to fail, and we have gyms and exercise classes and apps to tell you how many calories are in everything, doesn't work because overeating is an emotional issue. We eat for emotions. I'm sad, I need cake. And so I'm so sad, I need some lettuce or maybe some runner beans. And so I thought, well, why not create a problem that dealt with the emotion? Instead of saying diet, 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 punish those pounds, go to the gym, which all fail to work for any significant period of time, I thought I'd create something different that works on the emotions, the psychology. Why do we overeat? Why do we lose ourselves in potato chips and candy bars when things go wrong? Why do we know what we should eat but eat what we shouldn't? And so I created this program that was a total mindset shift. It's not a diet. It never asks you to count the calories of everything. I don't believe in that. But it's a mindset shift. It's not, it's like mind over platter, if you like. It's not what you eat. It's what is eating you. What's eating you? And it's been so hugely, phenomenally successful. So we decided to launch it this year and make it even more successful because it's the only thing, I think. People tell me this is the only thing that works and nothing else works. It's the only thing because it's not a diet. It's completely different. And we're going to tell you all about it today.
So correct me if I'm right in interpreting what you just said, is that food is a critical part, and the way that we treat our bodies, the way that we speak to ourselves about our food choices, our exercise choices, our body choices, our health choices, is critical and paramount to just our success and our happiness in life. And in addition to that, the reason that we make, quote unquote, good or bad choices with our food, our health, the way that we speak to ourselves is due to emotions. And emotions are the result of thoughts and experiences in our life. And what dietless life has been built around is healing the thoughts and improving the thoughts so that the emotions that we feel around our wellness decisions are the ones that we want to be feeling. Is that right? So that we can associate good things with good feelings?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. You'll never, ever lose weight by hating your body, punishing your body, or forcing it to change. So a belief is nothing more than a thought you think a lot. But you see, you're up against it because you have huge advertising companies saying, don't you want a happy meal? Wouldn't you love a fun size? And we have stuff like Sunny Delight and all these terrible foods and terrible companies that promote you. This is a happy meal. This is a fun burger. This is a fun shake. This is a sunshine cookie. A happy meal. None of it should. But then you have something else. So you have the psychology of food companies spending millions of dollars to make you eat junk. But you also have Mother Nature, and Mother Nature does some interesting things. One of them is to make you so scared of being hungry that you'll eat anything, because even 700 years ago, the biggest killer in the world was not disease and it wasn't war, it was hunger. So Mother Nature's like, oh, if you're hungry, become so terrified that you'll eat jelly beans, old pizza, anything rather than feel that hunger because it used to kill you. So there's 5 or 7 things that nature does that make sure that you eat. One of them is to see food and then to have to eat it. One of them is to always be wired to know where sugar is and go back for more because once upon a time it was so rare. So there's a lot of things going on. There's what Mother Nature's doing to make you overeat because that seems a very smart idea. The very things that nature does to try and keep you alive, the things that make you overeat. Then you've got food companies wiring you to eat this, want this. We say things like honey and cookie and their terms of love. I love you, honey. I love you, sugar. I love you, cookie, sweetie. So that's very confusing.
And Marissa, correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong here, but what you're telling us is food companies wire us to want these things.
Oh,
They're actually really
absolutely.
bad for us, but throughout this program, you're actually going to wire us to want
Unwired you.
other things.
I'm going to change your wiring, which is a very good thing. Imagine you got a 1960s house with old wiring in it and you want some updated fiber wiring. We're going to do that. So we're all wired to behave in a way that hurts our bodies, but it's actually very easy to change the wiring. You got to change what you think and what you believe and what you feel. And then it becomes, no vegan says, oh my God, every day I wake up and pray to resist bacon. They have very clear wiring. I don't eat animals. And so if you can just get your mind and body and emotion all wired up together, it's so easy. And that's what we're going to do for you.
And in addition to that, what we've noticed in the past, and for all of you that maybe are on here or watching this that attended the I Am Enough live online program that we just resolved a couple weeks ago, it was incredible. It was 8 weeks. The community was so amazing. We had their custom Facebook group that was amazing and so supportive. And we had the VIP sessions. It was awesome. And we decided because that community orientation was so amazing, we really wanted to prioritize the community aspect of a program of rewiring yourself to make the absolute best wellness decisions for you. What are a couple of the top principles in dietless life that are the things we're going to embody through the program, Marissa? What are your favorite things about it?
Oh gosh, so many. But one is that dieting makes you fat. Here's the thing, every time you diet, your resting metabolic rate goes down. Imagine if you lived in a tribe 500 years ago and you went into a famine. What nature does it? Oh, there's no food. Let me slow down your metabolic rate, make it really slow. And that way you won't lose too much weight. And when you started to eat again, it goes, well, let's get you to pack on the weight now because we need that. So every time you diet, you are going to slow down your metabolic rate. There are certain things that will actually increase it again. They're not dieting. But here's the kicker. When you get heavier, your metabolic rate slows down again. So dieting is almost guaranteed to make you gain weight. Who would have thought that? The very thing you're sold, diet and lose weight, diet and get a beach body, the very thing you're doing to lose weight will guarantee that you will not only gain it back, you'll find it harder every year to lose it. And I hate that because it makes you feel like a failure. So we cover that. We cover how to raise your resting metabolic, certain hacks. We teach you how to make your body a fat burning machine, which doesn't involve dieting at all. You can make your body burn fat. You can speed up your metabolic rate, your digestion. You can make yourself like certain things and not others. There are certain hacks you can do that will totally change how your body works. And I spent when I was from 13 to probably nearly 30 on a diet. And now I never diet. I eat more than I ever ate, and I weigh less than I weighed then. But I don't diet. I understand that, fat doesn't make you fat. Sugar does. We're all trying to give up fat and give up fat. Fat actually helps you burn fat. It's very good for you. It increases testosterone, which is very good for men and women. It's sugar that makes you fat. So it's got a lot of hacks. It's also got a lot of common sense. But the most important thing is that we already know when I want a chocolate bar, I should have an apple. When I want a burger and fries, I should have some vegetable soup or some broccoli. We know all of that. We go, but I don't want that. Because here's another thing. When you can't have what you want, the desire goes up, massively up. So we kind of rehack your brain using hypnosis. You get hypnotized every single week for 8 weeks. It's not just me telling you, going, oh, hey, guess how many calories are in a bagel? We don't do that at all. We use hypnosis to change your whole concept. When you can have whatever you want, you don't want it. Babies go, I want some chocolate, and then halfway through, I don't want any more. Anyone who's got a kid will know they have birthday cake or ice cream, and they take a few bites and they leave it because they haven't got the mentality of it's naughty, it's bad, it's forbidden. So we're going to take you back to how you were born. You were born so normal about food. In the womb, it was always there. So we're going to reactivate, remanifest, regenerate, and recreate what you were born with, which is the opposite of love is not hate. It's actually indifference. So I had a piece of cake. It was lovely. I don't want any more. I had 2 squares of chocolate. They were delicious. I don't need any more. I had 6 fries, quite yummy. I don't need the whole packet. So nothing is off limits and nothing is bad, but we do help you prefer better food.
So it sounds like, and I've heard you say this so many times, it takes 21 days to really change a habit, to change an emotion, a belief in your body, in your life. And so what we've built here, what you've built is an 8 week container, a program where people are going to be able to choose the way that they feel, the way that they think, the way they believe about wellness, from the way they choose their food and how they feel about the food that they choose, the way they choose to move their body and how they feel about it, and the way they choose to feel about their own self-confidence. And it sounds like what you just said there, I could apply this to technically anything in my life. We're just choosing to apply it to a
Yeah.
dietless life in this program.
You could apply it to anything, but when you apply it to your health, your fitness, your wellness, if you eat different, you can live 16 years longer on the planet just by doing two things. And just two things we have you do will add 16 years to your lifespan. And you can do a lot in 16 years. So yeah, you really need to have that grip, because when you feel tired and sluggish and you eat badly and then you feel tired, so you stay on the couch watching TV, and then you're more tired, so you eat more sugar, and it's such a vicious circle, which you can change, as you said, in 21 days, but actually your taste buds change every 10 days. If you hate olives and eat an olive every day for 10 days, by day 11 you go, where's my olive? If you take sugar out of your tea, you will hate it, but after a while you think, I can't believe I drank that stuff, it's disgusting. So we've got a lot of good things to help you, and we can change your taste buds, change change your entire wiring, so you actually find yourself craving really healthy stuff, not junk.
And the beautiful thing is these recordings, these techniques, and I'll go through all of the things involved in a little bit here after we've got a little surprise for you. The big thing about that is you'll keep it for life. So the things that you learn in dietless life, the things that you're going to learn in this program are things that you'll be able to reproduce for yourself for the rest of your life. The learning, the education, the experiences will be forever. So let me swing the pendulum real quick. So bear with me, everybody. We're going to swing the pendulum really hard, two different ways. Number one, what are the biggest problems, symptoms? How do I know that this is going to be amazing for me? What would you say are the big things that you love helping people with through this program?
One of the biggest problems with dieting is your motivation. There are two reasons diets fail, and one of them is I want to lose weight to get in my jeans. I want to lose weight to look nice at Christmas. I want to lose weight because I want to be on the beach. But the minute you do that, you get in the jeans, the motivation is gone. So you have to have and then you go back, and that's why we keep gaining, losing, gaining, losing. Denise has just come on and said, I did the short workshop in May. I lost 40 pounds. I've kept it off. I've changed my thoughts. It's amazing. So in May, just a little tiny taster of this, Denise lost 40 pounds, and here we are in December, she's kept it off. So diets fail because our motivation is wrong, because they teach us to be not responsible. They teach us to eat bars and shakes, and you can go on one of these shake diets and lose a lot of weight, and they have a 2% success rate. Weight Watchers, Slimming World will all tell you that you lose and gain and lose and gain and lose and gain. So, and then we eat, and then we have people who eat emotionally because they're sad and empty. People who eat destructively, they're a whole different ballgame. They actually have a fear of being physically attractive for all kinds of reasons. Then we have angry eaters, and you have taste receptors here. And if you eat popcorn or really hard French bread or chewy potato chips, it actually, these taste receptors, you release stress. And then we have addictive eaters who, without knowing it, get so addicted to the chemicals in junk food that they need more and more and more. There are 8 different types of overeaters. And imagine if you're an addictive eater, but your partner's an emotional eater, or you're a destructive eater and your partner's an angry eater or an ignorant eater. And ignorant isn't ignorant, but they believe that, fruit roll-ups and yogurt-covered raisins are health food. And so we're going to give you some little tests to do, which is so fun. And you immediately find out which type of eater you are. And then we give you specific we don't say, oh, this is the diet. We give you specific things that you can do that make a massive difference. In fact, throughout the program, we have 3 different tests that tell you, are you addicted to dieting? We will say no, but actually many of us are so addicted to dieting, we're too scared to come off the diet. We keep going on others. And so the test really help identify what's going on with you, what's eating you. When I know what's eating you, I can help you not do that anymore. So it's never what you eat, but it's definitely what's eating you up. And the stomach is the seat of all emotions. Of course, little kids say, I got a tummy ache. We say, oh, my stomach dropped. My stomach was in bits. I felt it in the pit of my stomach, because we feel emotions in the stomach, and we've been trained to eat our feelings. And we're going to show you how not to do that. And very quickly, this won't even be what you do. It'll be who you are, and it will change your life. It will be amazing.
And then let's swing the pendulum the exact opposite direction. Let's say I come to every call, I do the entire program, I love it, it's amazing, it radically shifts my life. What are the most incredible outcomes that could happen from this program? Like, what do you want to see? What sort of testimonials do you want? What sort of emails? And I know you love reading those. You love reading those emails and testimonials from people. What are the best ones you've ever heard from this?
A couple of guys have said to me, "Wow, I was so big I couldn't have the kind of sex with my wife I wanted because my whole bulk got in the way, and now I've lost all this weight. It's amazing. I'm having complete aerobics going on in the bedroom, and it's wonderful." And a couple of my clients' wives, I just couldn't fancy my husband. In fact, but now it's completely different. And so we've had people who said they couldn't get pregnant because of their weight, because when you're very overweight, the hormones you need to get pregnant are affected by how much body fat you have. And they said, that's happened. I've lost weight. I got pregnant. I found love. We've had so many kids become so proud of their parents. We've had whole families do this. One person said, I did it with my husband, and my mother-in-law was so impressed. She's done it as well. People have got promotions, got married, done all kinds of things because they finally learned the only way to have a body you love is to love the body you have. And when you come at it with love and not hate and abuse, it changes everything. And of course, it's a wonderful thing to say, wow, I've dropped 40 pounds or 140 pounds. But so many other things happen, running on the beach with your kids, going to the park, having energy, staying up, just finding that it's a whole different world when you're not consumed and consumed by food and calories. And I met Luther Vandross many years ago on a show I was on, and I remember him saying, I can't even go to someone's house. People say, do you want to come to my house? I have to say, would you have your garden chairs got arms in them? Because I've been trapped in those before, and I can't sit on furniture that's plastic. I can sit on a wooden bench. He couldn't even go to a ball game because he got stuck in the revolving door. And we don't realize how painful it is for people to be trapped in this prison of hating their body. And that can happen whether you're very overweight, but even if you're 20 pounds overweight, it affects your energy, your vitality, how you feel about yourself. And, it's a very unfair world. You and I could have a gambling problem, a credit card problem. We could have all kinds of problems, but nobody knows. Nobody would know, Skip, that you're gone a bit mental with your American Express card, or that I'm on gaming things all night, gambling. But when you have a weight problem, the whole world knows, and it judges you as weak. And it's so unfair because overweight people are not weak. They just don't understand what's going on. And here's the thing, if you have someone who holds you accountable, your chance of success will go up by a whopping 80%. And so we do something called an accountability program, an accountability partner that will help you stick with this because it's easy, and stay with it for the rest of your life again because it's easy.
And we've gotten a lot of questions in the chat about the opposite side of the spectrum of at least the symptom of what happens with emotional ties, not ideal emotional ties to food and wellness in general. And that's like gaining weight, feeling hungry. Like some people just never feel hungry. Like I fall into that camp sometimes where I can just go days without food and feel really comfortable with that, which isn't ideal for my wellness. So do these same things affect that side of the spectrum?
I think you'll find that 90% will have the opposite. They never feel full. You can cope with not feeling. You think, I haven't eaten, I better remember to eat. But the opposite is people who never feel full. I don't know what full is. I don't register full. Because again, when you have something called an aposet that tells you you've had enough now. But if you constantly override it, your body stops telling you when you've had too much to eat, in the same way that a drinker, their body stops saying, oh, I think you're getting a bit tipsy now, you should stop. So many people have lost the cues, this aposet that says you've had enough, the stomach that says, oh, I'm absolutely stuffed now, please don't put another thing into me. For many people, these cues aren't working anymore. And that's why hypnosis is so great, because you can reactivate the cues. People say, oh, I physically couldn't get another mouthful down. They go, I've never heard that. I said to my husband, that feeling when you're so upset you can't eat? He's like, no. That feeling when you're so tired? He says, no, I don't know those feelings. What about when you're sick and you can't eat? And amazingly, some people never have these cues. Just like some people say, I get into bed and I don't know how to go to sleep. We've actually forgotten what nature's put into us, but what this program does is put it all back, so you'll get full very quickly. You'll know there are at least 8 different types of hunger, by the way. Only one of them says I need food. Some is dehydration, some is emotion, some is the fact that you're eating food that's nutritionally so worthless. It's like eating a big bucket of popcorn, but you can keep going because it's got no nutrition in it. So we train you to recognize only what real hunger is, and then to thoroughly enjoy having a delicious meal, but to stop early and go, that was lovely, I don't need any more, I'm absolutely done. And it's such a nice thing to have that power of choosing what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, loving your body, having health and vitality, and adding a lot of years to your life too.
Yeah, so we've got, the 8 weeks of the live programs where we're going to work with you. It's going to be this coaching around all these different things, really giving us the knowledge. And then it's going to be every single week a unique, tailored hypnosis experience that helps us get into that subconscious, figure out where these beliefs, these thoughts, these feelings came from, and to rewire ourselves to have the ideal thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that we want around all of our wellness decisions, no matter what side of the spectrum that you're on. If you feel like having better feelings and better emotions around your wellness decisions will help you, these sessions will be incredible for you. We've also got so many impactful audio downloads that are going to be wonderful for people. They're going to get access to the Dietless Life ebook, which has even more knowledge and information in there. But can you give us an example? I know we were talking on the phone yesterday, I believe it was, about the stomach and how it's the seat of your emotions. And there's an
Yeah.
exercise you wanted to guide people through. Could you guide us through that exercise?
Couple of things. When you have a little baby, their stomach is so tiny, it's the size of their fist. And so when you have a newborn baby, you've got to feed them every couple of hours because their stomach is so tiny, it doesn't hold much volume. But your stomach is actually this big. And when you eat and eat and eat, your stomach will stretch out and stretch out and stretch out. And when you imagine that your stomach is shrinking, so we do this technique where you imagine your stomach is shrinking. And then you imagine that as you eat, because you have a small shrunken stomach, that food hits the stomach walls very quickly. So after 10 bites of it, you think, I'm done now. So of course, when you're super hungry, you think, oh, I'm so hungry, I don't want to slow down. I'm going to have 6 bites quickly, and then it's already hitting the stomach wall. So we can just do that for you very quickly. We'll just do a tiny thing. We'll do it out of hypnosis. But you can imagine if you do it in hypnosis, how incredibly powerful it is. People said to me, now I've got that feeling. I just can't overeat. It's like I get sated so quickly. So make a fist like that, first of all, and look at the size of your fist and just close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, just imagine that your stomach is shrinking, that your stomach is becoming the same size as your very own fist. When you were born, your stomach was the size of your fist, and now you are reactivating, remanifesting, regenerating, and recreating a small, shrunken stomach. That feeling sometimes when you're wearing tight jeans and you eat, you think, well, I can't eat anymore now because I'm too uncomfortable. I want you to imagine that you have that mental banding. So it's like your stomach's got a tight band around it, and you have a small shrunken stomach. And every time you eat, immediately, because your stomach is small and shrunken, that food starts to hit the walls of your stomach after 5 bites of food. It starts to hit the walls of your stomach as the food hits the wall of your small shrunken. It sends a message straight up to your brain that says, I'm done now. I'm absolutely sated. I'm totally full. I don't need any more. So I want you to imagine you've got a small shrunken, so you've got a little wire going from that small shrunken stomach to your brain. And very quickly when you're eating, the food hits the stomach wall very fast, and it sends lights up to that wire that says, stop, I'm done, I'm sated, I'm satisfied, I've had enough. No matter what you're eating, you push the plate away, you put your knife and fork down, because you are learning to extend the pleasure. Many people say, no, I love food, I love food. But they're actually not food lovers, they are food abusers, because they eat terrible food and too much. But you are learning to extend the pleasure. When you're eating, you slow right down, you put your knife and fork down between bites. If you're eating an apple, you put that down between bites. And when you're eating food, you're able to, remember, you have more digestive enzymes in your mouth than in your stomach. And when you're eating food, you eat slowly, you engage with it, you extend the pleasure, you eat slowly, you engage with that food in your mouth, and you extend the pleasure. You get more pleasure because you eat slowly. As you eat slowly, you digest better. And again, you feel satisfied so much more quickly. I want you to remember seeing tiny babies eating and how they engage with every mouthful. They feel it in their mouth, in their gums, on their tongue. And you can't get the next spoonful until they finish engaging with the first. And the very good news is you were born with the most normal attitude in the world to food. You could leave it, you could say no to it. It was impossible to overfeed you as a baby. And today, you are reactivating, remanifesting, regenerating, recreating that just by thinking, just remembering, wow, yeah, that's true. In the womb, I had 24-hour room service and I never took advantage of it. My mum would feed me and I never finished anything. I wanted to get down and play. I wasn't interested. Even when I had birthday cake at a party, once I'd had a bit, I just didn't want any more. And as you remember that you were born like that, and that is the most normal, natural attitude and ability to you, just thinking about that is reactivating it. Just remembering it is reactivating, remanifesting, regenerating, recreating your birthright, which is a healthy relationship with food. So take that fist again and keep squeezing your fist and remembering my stomach is the size of my fist. And I got a small, shrunken stomach, a direct line from my stomach wall to my mind that forces me, conditions me, compels me, motivates me to stop eating very quickly. Because you do indeed have a small, shrunken stomach. You do indeed have a line that goes direct from your stomach wall to your brain that says, oh, you're done now. And you do indeed feel conditioned, compelled, coded, programmed, motivated to eat so to extend the pleasure, to get more pleasure from less. You eat slowly, selectively, you extend the pleasure, you're reactivating the normal relationship with food that you were born with. And you were also learning that whether you learn to become an addictive eater, an emotional eater, a destructive eater, an angry eater, a habitual eater, an ignorant eater, it doesn't matter. Today, and every time you turn up for the session and get a recording, and every time you play that, you are recoding, rewiring, refiring your body to go back to what it remembers. In fact, you're able to remember everything you need to remember. You're also able to forget everything you need to forget. And your body is controlled by a network of intelligence, which is influenced by your mind. So imagine every week you get the chance to drop into that network of intelligence where your mind influences your body, but you influence your mind. And you get to say things like, I've chosen to love fruit instead of sugar. I've chosen to put in better stuff. I've chosen to leave food on my plate, and I've chosen to be thrilled, elated, delighted. I've chosen to eat differently. I've chosen to feel so good about it. And every week that sinks in like butter sinks into toast, and it impacts you in the most powerful, perfect way. So just one more time, squeeze your fist again. I want you to say, I have a small, shrunken stomach. My stomach is becoming the size of my fist. I want you to imagine just before eating, during eating, after eating, you squeeze your fist and you remember that your stomach really is the size of your fist, and you are thrilled, delighted, elated to know how quickly you're satisfied, how quickly you're sated, how quickly you're able to say, I'll put that back in the fridge for tomorrow, I'll take that home, or I just throw it away because it's wasted wherever it goes and it's not going into me. And now you are thrilled, elated, delighted to reactivate what you were born with. You see, you were born with a normal relationship with food in the same way that at nighttime you get into bed and you sleep because that's your, and you don't, every time you go past everything, I just get into bed for another 5 minutes. Every time you go in and out of your bedroom, you don't quickly get into bed for a few minutes. Imagine if you could do that with a fridge. No, I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe I don't even have breakfast. I have lunch, dinner, and a snack. And other than that, I have the same relationship that I have with my bed. I get in my bed only when I want to sleep or have some great sex. Other than that, once I've had enough sleep, I'm indifferent to my bed. And once I've had enough food, I'm indifferent to the fridge or the snack cupboard or anything else, because I've now got the same relationship with the fridge that I have with my bed. Somewhere I go a few times a day, and the rest of the time, don't even think about it. Imagine that, because you can reactivate that. You can command, code, compel, direct, and instruct your mind and body and psyche to make that your reality. And I promise you, that's what you want. That's what's going to happen. So this is just a little idea of what we do. And of course, we're going to be doing in hypnosis, which is more powerful, more compelling, more rapid. But just keep in mind that even without the hypnosis, if you keep telling yourself your stomach is the size of your fist, what we expect tends to be realized. Whatever you focus on, you get more of, and every thought you think creates a physical reaction. Just thinking about it will make it happen. Thinking about it in hypnosis will make it happen even more powerfully.
That was incredible. In the chat, if when Marissa said make a fist and visualize your stomach, if you felt something happening, if you felt like a squeeze or any feelings at all that happened in your gut when she said that, go ahead and type that in the chat. I'm curious what everybody felt. For me, it was like uh, I didn't feel like a squeeze, but I felt like my stomach tightening almost, but not like I was squeezing my
Right.
muscles, but like it was like I probably had like a six pack in that moment that Marissa said that thing. So I see a lot of people here saying one feels hungry, one felt the jolt, one says they felt it deflating, a tightening of a band around an hourglass, absolutely felt hungry but not into food, felt a squeeze. So definitely yawned a lot, which is stress release. Definitely you only yawn when you feel safe. So that's amazing. Felt a pinch in the stomach. So a lot of people felt that. How about in the chat right now? Just to keep it simple, put number one if you have some goal, some dream of 2024 by the end of the year, having massive progress in your wellness. Put number one. If you feel like you would love to feel better, look better, whatever that means to you in 2024. Yeah, so a lot of people would love to have that. If you think that there are some subconscious things that you need to work on that you can tell are there, type yes. If you think there's some subconscious things that you would like to work on, type yes in the chat. Yeah, absolutely. If you feel like having Marissa guide you every week for 8 weeks, type yes, yes in the chat. Let's see how many people are paying attention. They give me a double yes in the chat if you think doing this with Marissa every week would be incredible. I'm going to do one more test for everybody here. Let's see who's paying attention. Let's do a triple yes if you would like to be part of a community of people that feel that way with you and you think that that would be incredibly helpful. Amazing. And then one more. I would like to type in wonderful if you would like to participate in this once a year experience with me, with Marissa, with Sylvia, with Ariel, with Laura, with the whole team behind you, helping you do that. That's amazing. Well, Here, let me run through some of the details with all of you now of exactly what we're going to be working on.
Can
So
I
here,
just
I'm going to go
interrupt
ahead and,
you for 1 minute, Skip?
yeah,
Because I
absolutely.
didn't say was people, you might think the hypnosis just me putting you into trance and saying stuff, but no, we actually take you back. You go back to the cause of what made you overeat. We do it in a group, but it's incredibly powerful. People go back to weird things like remembering getting a birthday cake from a dad they never saw and suddenly picking up that belief, oh, love is cake, or a mother making them finish everything and believing that, oh, I'm a bad person if I don't clear my plate. So we take you right back every week for 8 weeks. You'll go back. Every week is different. We don't do the same hypnosis every week, but each week you'll go back to find out what happened, how it affected you. And then, although you're in a group, we do the hypnosis to change everything, to change your relationship with food, your relationship with your body, because you do have a relationship with food and with your body. For many of us, it's something we can't control. So please don't think it's just me teaching you stuff. It's really interactive. You're going back to memories, to scenes. You're going back to something called child in the room. We're upgrading your thoughts and your beliefs. And that's why it's so powerful. So I wanted to just jump in because I wasn't sure I hadn't made that clear beforehand. So carry on, Skip. Sorry I interrupted you.
I'm going to type this in the chat right now, but if you think that Marissa doing these live experiences with you, these exercises with you, is more powerful than just knowledge alone, put a smiley in the chat. If you love that Marissa is going to be totally willing and awesome at giving us live experiences, because you can get the knowledge, you're going to get the books, you're going to get her coaching, but the experiences and the community is why this is an amazing program. It's why we've built it the way we have to create this massive transformation in our community and in the world, because when people feel better, they make better decisions. When they make better decisions, they believe they're more enough. And when they do that, they just contribute to the world in much more beautiful ways. This is going to be amazing. So here, let me share with you what the program looks like. So I hope you can all see my screen right here. It looks like you can. So in this Dietless Life program, what we've included here is, of course, the sessions with Marissa every single week. We've included the live group hypnosis that happens during those sessions. We've included the Dietless Life audio download. So you'll be getting recordings and you'll be getting access to them for 10 years from everything in this program. You'll be getting her unique approach to increasing your resting metabolic rate, or the amount of energy that your body uses on a day-to-day basis just at rest, which is amazing because your body can just heal you as you exist without having to do anything else, just having great positive emotions. You'll get the Dietless Life ebook for that knowledge. You'll get a personal development workbook that's going to walk you through all sorts of tools. You're going to get access to our private Facebook group for just this live program that's happening starting in January, launching today, which is going to be amazing. We'll get you on the accountability buddy system. And of course, you're going to get incredible support from our team. You can see Sylvia and Ariel and Laura in the chat here, and they're amazing. So if you want to improve your wellness, it's going to be incredible. But if you sign up for this program, because it's done live, and we usually don't do this live, so this is very unique, you're going to get all of these bonuses as well. So you're going to get the diet recovery blueprint if you've been on yo-yo diets, if you've done a lot of those. You're going to get the Perfect Weight Forever ebook, which is an amazing classic from Marissa. You're going to get the Dietless Life cookbook and the swap book, which is amazing. So not only what to cook, but also what to swap out to make those options a little bit healthier. Lots of Q&A fact sheets, because there are so many particulars that you're going to get access to. A hilarious video of Marissa's Yuck Box and how to do strength testing for choosing foods. All these different hypnosis, from stop your destructive overeating to angry overeating, ignorant overeating, habitual overeating, mood overeating, and addictive overeating, or potentially undereating. So we'll work on that in the actual live sessions. You're going to get an explainer for the nicer meditations, which is an incredible technique that Marissa uses all the time for all sorts of things. Like I said, can be applied to more than just nutrition. You're going to get the Reach a Healthy Weight and Adopt Empowering Eating Habits guided meditation. And ordinarily, you would get all of this for $497. But because this is the early bird discount, for people who are watching this right now until January 8th, and especially in this first week, because we've added an incredible support window with Sylvia, who runs our Dietless Life program in-house with the team, and Marisa. You're going to be getting things leading up to the launch in mid-January. So right now, you're going to be able to get the program for $297, and you can look at all of this different information to make sure you get it. But again, you can get all of this for not $497, but $297. So the program of the 8 weeks officially starts in the third week of January with Marisa. We'll be emailing you about all those updates once you sign up. So for those of you that want to join us, I'm going to have the team drop the links in the chat, and I'm going to go ahead and make this super easy for you and screen share this QR code that'll take you straight to the page to show you everything that you get when you sign up for the program and all the different bonuses that you're going to get when you sign up for the program. So you can just scan that, or you can click the link in the chat on all the different platforms to get involved in Dietless Life. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be a VIP group, so you'll get all those details after you check out. So once you get the 297 option, you'll see what happens in the VIP. But Marisa can talk about it a lot. We'll do Q&A now. You do have lifetime access to the recordings and to the program. In the VIP for I Am Enough, it was so amazing that we just had to bring it back for Dietless Life. Marisa and I stayed. Ariel jumped in all the time. Sylvia's going to jump in and just give and give and give so much value, because we receive so much with the testimonials, with the results that you go out and do in the world. And we absolutely love hearing your stories of massive success and profound change. Matter of fact, in the chat right now, if you already feel a change, if you already feel some inspiration, you already feel better energy coming into your system, go ahead and type that in the chat. If you feel like you've been waiting for something like this, if you feel like 2024 is your year to step up, your year to have even better wellness, an even more positive mindset, and to really dig in with a community of people that are trying to do the same and are going to do the same, go ahead and type that in the chat. I'm so excited to meet all of you, to see all of you. It's just going to be an amazing journey.
And Christina has just said in here, which is so lovely, I took the course over a year ago and I've dropped 2 dress sizes, lost 10 kilos, and 2 years later, I'm enjoying every meal every day, but 10 kilos and 2 dress sizes left her. They've never come back. And that's the thing, because most diets don't work. They work for a very limited time. And then because they fail, we have to go back. Diets don't work. Otherwise, we have to keep having another diet and another diet and another diet. And this is not a diet. This is a program that because I've tried everything to lose weight. What have you tried? Well, I've done South Beach. I've done the shake. I've done all these. Oh, you've done one thing over and over again, which is dieting, and it doesn't work ever. So we don't do that. We do something that does work. We get you to love your body. And of course, you're all different. Some people say, I'm very overweight, or I'm 10 pounds overweight. I can't leave food. Or my thing is, I eat late at night. I'm fine. Or, when I have sugar, I can't stop. Or it's chips or fries or takeouts. Everyone is different. And we do not do a one size fits all. We do a session every week, and over 8 weeks, we cover everything with bells on. So wherever you are, whatever your issue is or isn't. So I say, I'm not even overweight, but I eat badly and I want to eat healthily, or I have a very poor body image. I can't ever see myself as attractive. I can't take my clothes off. I won't go to the beach. I won't run with my kids. It's such a shame. At the end of 8 weeks, you're going to have a body that you love, and you're going to love the body you have, because your body is the most priceless, mind-boggling thing you'll ever own, ever. And if you just do 5 amazing things for your body, do 105 amazing things back. So we teach you these 5 things that you can do every day, because when you love your body, it actually starts, when you hate it and punish it and try and force it to change and starve it and make it run every day, it doesn't become better, it becomes worse. People say, I go to the gym every day, I'm still the same, I still eat terribly. But when you love your body, this whole game changer begins of loving your body. But the beauty is your body will turn right around and love you right back. One of my clients said, my legs have changed. They were like carrots, and they've changed shape. My husband, what have you done? I said, I just began to love my legs, and look at what's happened. They've changed. It sounds a bit Pollyanna, but when you can fall in love with this priceless, mind-boggling thing, the only one you'll ever have, by the way, you'll live longer, you'll live better. And it's just amazing. And I spent all of my teenage years hating my body, all of my 20s hating my body. But as I began to think about having a baby, I'm thinking, I cannot do this to my baby. You learn what you live. I don't want her to be like, I can't, my daughter's such a foodie. And she and her husband love food, and they're both super fit and healthy. But that's when I changed. I thought, I cannot go through a pregnancy like this. I can't live on Diet Coke and everything full of sweeteners anymore. And I changed completely and was so pleased that I had a child who loves food. But also, she'll leave food on her plate. I never said, think of all those starving children, finish it. If you don't finish it, I'd say, oh, your body doesn't want any more. That's fine. We'll just put that away, or we'll take it home, or we'll throw it away. And I love the fact that she loves food, but she never eats just for the sake of it. So, and we'll give that to you, to all of you. You're all going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, and I can speak to this really directly. I used to be a physical therapist that worked with Olympic athletes and medical cases. And at the highest levels and at the most damaged levels, people across the board, I just noticed no matter how perfect their nutrition was or how perfect their exercise was, it just never fully mattered. The people that won gold medals and the people that truly recovered were the ones that wanted to. It all came down to emotions and feelings. And so maybe like a lot of you that are in the wellness space, or you're in a space where you're a healer or help people, it all comes down to I knew who was going to succeed based on who wanted to succeed the most. I knew that they would eventually get there. And so, what is going to happen in dietless life is the emotions and the feelings that you have around making great decisions and improving are just going to be so incredible, and you're going to get to choose those very specifically. I've got some Q&A we can start to go through. Someone asked the timing. Marissa and I just talked about it this morning. It's going to be at 4 p.m. UK time for the live calls. So 4 p.m. UK comes out to, what is that, 10 a.m. Central American time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. They will all be recorded. You will get access to those. The VIP calls will be just after the main call. So to usually be about 90 minutes in, we'll transfer over to the VIP. The VIP room is amazing. There were so many incredible circumstances that happened in the VIP with the I Am Enough program that we launched that was about that. And so, Marissa sometimes pulls people up one-on-one and starts talking to them in the VIP. Sometimes she does extra exercises. Yeah, it was truly incredible. And I see so many people in here who have done Dietless Life program with us in the past, and they're so excited. Denise says so many people here are going to be amazed how well this works. Camilla said she'd done it, the 3-week program, 3 times in the past and found it so incredibly valuable. So a lot of people are super excited about it, and I'm super excited to meet everyone in there. We're going to get a lot more time together, get to know each other a lot better. Marissa, anything else you'd like to add? Any questions you'd like to answer that are popping up?
Every Wednesday, so 4 p.m. if you're in the UK, 8 a.m. if you're in LA, and 8 p.m. if you're in Dubai like me. But I will be all over the world doing this. But if you can't turn up, we record it. You still get your accountability, but you still get your questions. You may have to come on. We try to make it work for all over the world, but someone will always say, hey, I'm in New Zealand or Australia. We had people last year coming on at 3 a.m. their time, getting out of bed, turning up in their pajamas because they were so committed. But if you can't turn up some of the time, or even all of the time, I would still recommend you join, because you will get the recordings every week. And although and you'll still hear me taking you into hypnosis, taking you back, bringing you out of it, it's just recorded. And some people say, no, I can only come for the first half an hour. I come for the last half an hour. We had people all over the world last time turning up. But if you can't, if you say Wednesday at 4, that's the worst time for me. It doesn't matter. You can do it in your own time, and you'll still get your accountability buddy. You'll still get everything that you need, and you'll find it amazing. And of course, people start to join in and send in their own things that have worked for them, and people start to share what they've gone back to. And last time we had some really emotional stuff. People going back to, one girl was made to stand in the garden all night until it got dark if she didn't finish food. And one girl would, her mother would cry and say, "Oh, you how long I spent so long making that, and now you're not eating it." We had so many people coming up with these really interesting stories of how they were programmed. You know, imagine this happens a lot of your babies eat really, and mum's going, "Come on, hurry up, school bus is coming." You're keeping everybody waiting. One of my friends was at boarding school, and everyone couldn't get up until she'd finished. And so she said she learned to eat so fast because they'd say, "Oh, come on, you're ruining it for everybody." And so they all were taught to override. But then I had another colleague who said, I was the opposite. We had to eat so slowly. My father couldn't stand gluttony. We had to chew every mouthful. And we had to think of this patron saint of gluttony. And I cannot eat quickly. I'm the opposite. It was, oh, for God's sake, we want our dessert. And here you are eating so slowly. So wasn't that funny? We had one girl who ate really fast and one who ate so slowly. They were each conditioned to go against their natural state. And so you're going to find some amazing stories to hear and learn and share. And other interesting, we had one girl who said her dad used to hate her mum and would always say, "Look at her wearing those tight clothes. She's just a slut." And she said, I was so distressed by this. I kept thinking I couldn't stand it if my husband said it. And she said, I got fatter and fatter because I never wanted a guy to say that about me. And I never realized it wasn't even what I ate. It was this belief that if I had an attractive body, any man who I was with would put me down and say awful things about me. She's asking for it. But if I'm fat, they'll never do that. And so we had some fascinating, compelling, really mind-boggling stuff that came up. And of course, everyone is sharing in their successes, and it's a wonderful thing. And it will blow your mind how effective it is. That's why we do it, because it's amazing for us to witness this, and it's amazing for you to have this level of success. And of course, the skip said get it forever. So a lot of people say, I've gone back and done it again, or oh my God, week 2 or week 6 was really had my name all over it. So I went back when it was finished and I played week 2 all over again.
Absolutely. And I mean, the community can't be understated or overstated even because it's just so valuable, especially in a time like January, to be with a community of like-minded people where we will be together all the way through most of March together in this program. And then I've got a special surprise coming for you soon after that. But this is just going to be an incredibly positive community that you can come to day after day, week after week. Just keep absorbing Marissa's wisdom, Marissa's greatness. And, I can personally attest that I get to attend all of the calls with Marissa, and it just keeps making me an even better person. And I feel like I get so much from it. And I've been around her for years and years, and I know a lot of you have too. So I'm super excited to see everybody on this journey and get to meet you all and see your incredible progress. For those of you, I already see there's been so many people registering for the program, and we're really excited because this really is a passion project for Marissa. This is one of her, let's call it legacy babies. Dietless life is such an incredible model and really mantra for living a wellness-filled life. And Marissa truly lives it. I have seen this woman do some incredible things where she can, and you wouldn't even believe it until you see it, but turn on and off cravings. She can make essentially any decision in the moment that she wants to make. So imagine if you had the ability to just choose whether or not you work out. Like her doctor told her to start lifting heavy weights, and suddenly she was like a gym addict 3 days a week lifting heavy weights. And I exercise all the time, and she was doing it more than me. And I, worked with Olympic athletes. She has the ability to just choose her habits and mindset, and she's trying to gift you some of that ability every time we launch a program and every time she does these hypnosis sessions. So, and you can read in the chat obviously all the incredible feedback, and if you click the link and go to the page, you'll get so much more information about it. There's so much to learn, and just trust that when you sign up for the program, join the community, engage, interact with the community. We've got incredible people over there. If you join sooner, we're going to hold this price, this 297 price, to January for you. the sooner you join, the more you're going to get a lot of these early access elements. So joining Sylvia on the monthly Q&A calls, getting into the community, starting to get into the ebook, starting to listen to some of the downloadable audios and start preparing yourself for the program in January. So I really recommend joining as soon as possible. Yes, so Aurora asked an incredible question. If you are currently a student in one of our certification courses or a graduate, or you were in the I Am Enough course just recently, you'll be getting an email sometime today, sometime in the next few hours, and you're going to get special bonuses and all of these wonderful things. And we're really excited to have you join the program. So we're making sure to treat you extra special. And for everyone that signs up into Dietless Life now, know that in the future, you will also get extra special treatment and white glove love and care from us. So really excited. So if you've been in any of our programs, we always want to, have you join us and build an even more beautiful community because the I Am Enough community was incredible. So we want you to continue with us.
And one thing we haven't mentioned is that when you've gone through this program and think, oh my God, I love this, and you say, I want to do it for other people, you can actually you can train with us to become a dietless life coach. You can actually start running these programs yourself. We're not really going to talk about that much tonight because we don't want to confuse you. But as you go through the program, if you say, wow, I'd love to do this for my community, for business, for my friends, for my kids at school, once you finish this program, you have to do this program in order to become a dietless life coach. But as we get towards the end, we'll start telling you if you want to sign up and learn how to do this as a business, you can do that too. But we'll tell you more about that later. But it's very exciting that this can not just be what you do for you, but you can start doing it for other people. We've had so many people who said, I work for Weight Watchers. It's such a con. Just buying all these low-fat bars and weighing people and shaming them. And we had one girl who said, I joined here to use it with Weight Watchers. And I with her, oh, screw Weight Watchers. I'm never going back there. So I'm now doing this. And she's so successful. It used to break my heart that we would come in, drop 10 pounds, gain 20, drop 20 pounds, gain 40. And I felt like a fraud. And now I'm doing something amazing. Jacqueline said, can we decide what we think are good food choices? Because I need to be hypnotized to do the low fat, high carb way of eating. Or I think it's the other way around. You mean the low carb. My health requires a very low carb, high fat lifestyle, which I'm not sticking to. In fact, we do talk about what your body is designed to eat, the caveman diet, how our bodies evolved, what's happened when we eat so much sugar, because the amount of sugar your body can process every day is amazingly 3 teaspoons. The amount your body needs is 0. Doesn't mean you can say, oh, I need sugar for energy, but it's not true. Fat is your friend. Sugar really isn't. And we're not just doing this to make you feel healthy. Every illness, the precursor is inflammation. If inflammation is a precursor to cancer and so many other things, and if you can get sugar out of your diet to a great extent, it's a game changer. And we don't tell you, oh, you must never have sugar, because I still eat sugar occasionally. But we teach you how to recognize what is better for your body, how fat is. And one of the weird things is actually, if you're going to eat some sugar, if you were to eat jelly beans, which are pure sugar, that's about. But if you add fat to sugar, if you at least had some chocolate because it's got fat in it, that will be better for you than sugar on its own. A bit of cake is better than boiled sweets. And weirdly, when you have excess sugar in your body, if you do weight training, it's the one thing that mops up excess sugar. So we do a lot of hacks about, look, we're not saying never, never, never. I'm going to eat some sugar. We teach you which ones are better. There is better sugar and terrible sugar. There's better fat and not good fat. There's a way of saying, because actually our body can deal with what we call, I don't even like to say good and bad or naughty. Those words are so wrong. But there are certain things that you can eat that really won't damage your body at all. So we do the hypnosis to give you the mindset. And we give you all these other abilities to understand how to make your body a fat burning machine, which is mindset, but also certain things you can eat and when to eat them and what to eat them with. So we cover it from every angle so that you'll always know what to do, but also you'll do it.
Absolutely. And for those of you that really want to participate in these programs, but for whatever reason you can't financially do it, stay tuned into our YouTube. Marissa's YouTube is incredible. And we have a secondary YouTube that's under the name Rapid Transformational Therapy. That's also incredible. And, Marissa just came out with a video about money mindset. And so consuming that material will continuously get you into those positive emotions where you can join these programs with us in the future. So Marissa goes out of her way. I think she's filming, 5 days, 6 days a month content to put up for free for the world. So she does so much free content. So when we do these programs where we really want to provide you a community, we want to provide team support, we want to have these very structured sessions. And, Marissa's schedule is pretty intense. Like Marissa is all over the world. She's on podcasts and radio shows, and she's seeing her one-on-one clients, which are not really open at the moment, but she does see people. This is such a gift. And you'll also see, like, throughout the program, sometimes we have to change the time of the live call for Marissa because she is in such demand supporting people around the world. So just really grateful that we get this opportunity to work with Marissa live, and she'll respond to questions in the chat like she's doing now. And she's really just full of so much wisdom. So spend every minute that you possibly can with her live and ask all the questions that you can. And you'll see she's always reading the chat. We always send her the chat, especially if you're in the VIP. She just stays, on and on and on. And I've taken that habit with her. I just did on accident an extra, 250% of time I was supposed to with our business workshop last week. And Marissa, has a habit of staying way too long. That being said, I need to start getting us to cool down and get Marissa so she can go to bed because it's after 10 p.m. her time right now. So let's take maybe one or two more questions, Marissa, and then get you off to bed.
You talk to them, Skip, about the refund because obviously we believe in this. We know it's amazing, but of course we offer you a money back guarantee. So could you just quickly tell some people about that? Because, obviously we legally are bound with the remote selling to give you a money back guarantee, but we would do that even if we weren't legally bound. So I believe it's that you can have the first two modules, or is it the first 14 days? Anyway, Skip will tell you that we do honor a money back. I think last time we did it, we had 3 people ask for it out of, I don't know how many, but we're very proud of it. I know you'll
Yeah,
love it. There
absolutely.
is money back guarantee, of course.
Absolutely. We really do this program as a passion project for the company. We all love this program. We all love how it contributes to your life. So for 14 days, from the day that you sign up, no questions asked. You can absolutely get a refund. We're not attached to you needing to do the program. We're providing it for you because we just want to support you. We want to help you. It's completely natural to wake up tomorrow if you sign up for the program today and start to feel this bubbling of emotion of knowing that big change is coming. And that can be really scary. It can be really scary to know that you've joined a program where you are going to really experience profound change in your life. And for the most part, it might be with weight loss, it might be with a better relationship with food or exercise. But Marissa, what would you say about people? Because for me, sometimes even maybe buying this Fulfillionaire sign years ago, I was like, ooh, maybe I should refund that because it's such a bold statement. What would you say about that feeling of transformation that people get, that fear?
Yeah, I have my little book here. What does it say? See what mine says, eventual millionaire. Well, but I surpassed that a long time ago. But I love all of these things. It's normal to be scared, For some people, it's like, I'm investing something. What if it doesn't work? I've tried so many diets; they're all rubbish. We really honor the fact that this is not a diet. I worked on a show called Super Size, Super Skinny. You may have seen it or not. It was a show in England that looked at everything on the market. And at the end of the show, there'd only one thing worked, Hypnosis with Marissa. There was a girl called Anna Richardson. She now does that. Oh God, what's the dating show? They look at people, Naked Attraction. But she was the guinea pig. And she said the only thing, and she not only did she lose 40 pounds, She never gained it back. She said, since I saw you, I used to eat tons of bread. Now I just can't do that. And so I also worked on Celebrity Fit Club. And again, they always said my technique was the only one that worked. I did something for a weight loss magazine, and the girl said it was, they every week they try something new. My technique, again, they'd vote it constantly. This girl, not only did she kept losing weight after, because we each did something for 2 weeks or a month. And so I've had a lot of articles like the Daily Mail will say, we tried all these things. In fact, a couple of years ago, they did a thing about the most powerful women in the weight loss industry. And it was me and Jane Fonda and a couple of, and I was so thrilled that they put me in that list of powerful people in the weight who are still here. Most people come and go, but I started this in 1984. Amazing, that's almost 40 years ago. That's sort of hard to imagine, but I'm still here. Most people come and go. They have Atkins, he's come and gone. They have the South Beach, they have what do they have, the Zone, but they all come and go, and then they're not here anymore because a new one comes. But I'm still here, I'm still standing, I still walk my talk. I feel amazing because I eat in a way that gives me energy and vitality. And all my friends are retiring. I'm like, retiring? What's that? I'm never retiring. I'm going to keep going on 102. And I got run over last year, and my doctor said, "Wow, your bones are in amazing." He was the one who told me how to lift. He said, "Your bones are in really good shape, and you've healed really fast." They told me that my skin would die. I'd have to have a cage on my foot, and then within a week, they went, "Wow, I don't know what's happened, but your skin's come back." And even in hospital, I was like, "No, I eat this. I don't eat that." I had everyone coming into my room, eating all my hospital food. My son-in-law came in. I'd order all the desserts for him. I didn't eat them. But even then, and weirdly, when I got run over, I lost 10 pounds, and I had to lie with my leg up for 3 months. They're like, well, because they said, "Oh, you're probably going to get really fat now." I'm like, no. And I don't know how I lost 10 pounds lying on the sofa watching TV every day. But somehow that mental programming, because everyone was like, "Oh God, I'm so scared now that I'm going to get heavy." But I didn't. I mean, I had to go back to lift weights to stop myself losing more weight. But I was a girl who was always dieting from the age of 13 to 30. As all I did was eat diet food, diet everything. I wasted so much of my life dieting because I didn't know now what I didn't know then, what I know now, which is you never have to diet. And you can have a delicious food and really enjoy it and have a proper ability to love food, to be a food lover, not an abuser. But also part of loving food is also loving your body. And if your body could speak, your body never says, "Hey, knock me out with additives, colorants, preservatives, pesticides. I want complete junk. I want food that's full of UPS, ultra processed." That's not your body, that's your mind. Because when you eat that stuff, you think, "Oh, I've got a food hangover now. I've got a food coma. I got a headache. I feel awful," because it's not your body. That's your mind. And what we do is get your mind to stop doing that forever. And it really works.
Absolutely, everybody. So,
Joe
so
here,
excited.
sorry,
Yeah,
Joe's
so excited.
spent 35 years dieting, such a waste. What a waste of life to not
Mm,
go to events, to diet, all the things that we do when we just don't need to do any of that ever.
yeah. Absolutely. I'm so excited. There's so much more magic waiting for you all. I'm super excited for those of you that are going to join us in December for the Q&A call with Sylvia if you sign up now. And for those of you that are going to be signing up in January, at that last minute, you procrastinators, you maybe decide to make a different choice and sign up as soon as you can so you can start tuning into the books, tuning into the audios, get a head start before the holidays really are here so that you can make incredible decisions and start noticing that change as soon as possible so that by the time Marisa starts in January, you're just deepening and getting even more out of it. Get engaged with the community. I'll be popping in there this evening, and I'll be popping in there a little bit every day. I know Sylvia and Ariel are super excited. We got lots of other people that are going to be supporting you. So really, really excited for all of that. And you know, Marissa, I just have to say thank you so much. I know it's really late for you, and I really appreciate you coming on here and helping everybody and giving us that little exercise. in the chat, everybody go and share some love with Marissa and just say thank you for her. It's 10:15 p.m. her time in her
Yeah,
hometown of Dubai.
I've got to be in a meeting at 8 a.m. tomorrow on the right across the other side. So I am going to sign off, but we'll be here and we'll be answering questions, and you have some time. Don't you have a money back guarantee? You've got nothing to lose except all your old unhealthy eating habits and that self-hatred of your body. You've got nothing to lose. By the way, here's something interesting. All pain is linked to the word loss. One of the things we do in the course is have you close your eyes and think about what you think of when you say loss, which is usually death or bereavement. But when you say dropping or shedding or discarding, it's very different. So we teach you how to stop getting the brain to have that thing, because I think it was Mark Twain that said all pain is linked to the word loss, even things you haven't lost. But if you use the word loss, your psychologist, I've got to get back what I lost. It's a bit like they dump me, I'm going to dump them. I got fired, I'm going to get another job just to show them. So the human psyche reacts very badly to the word loss, which is why we don't talk about losing weight or weight loss or losing those pounds. We talk about getting back a perfect relationship with your body and food, which is your birthright. You were born with it, and now you can have it back forever. So on that note, I am going to drop out before I start yawning. I'm a little tired. My husband wants to go to bed. I'm in the bedroom, as you can see. And look, the bed's there. And he probably wants to
Oh,
get in it now, but he
looks
can't.
amazing.
Yeah, he can't get in it. I get out of this room. So he's probably standing outside the door going, come on, I will go up at 5 a.m. Can I go to bed, please? So I'm going to let my husband go to bed. I'm going to join him. And I'll see you next time. Love you, love you, love you. And thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Marissa.
Skip, you're in good hands with Skip. He will sort you out. And remember, we do offer you a money back guarantee. So sign up. You'll love it. See you next time. Love you lots. Bye bye.
Thanks, Marissa. And then also in the chat, why don't we do a little shout out to Sylvia, Ariel, Laura, and the support team for answering all the questions and being so awesome, because they're going to be the ones supporting you ahead of time before Marissa shows up in January. So big thanks to Sylvia, Ariel, Laura, and the whole support team for helping build things, all the way down to Isabella and Catherine for putting together the program, and all the people involved, Sam, Sarah. There's so many people behind the scenes that are making this possible so that we can have this incredible experience for everybody. So thank you so much to the team, of course, to Marissa, and really, really excited to have these incredible experiences every week with you starting in January, and really excited to connect with you today on the Facebook group for all of you that join us over there. So really excited. Thank you everybody for showing up today, and really excited to serve you and gift all the things that we can gift and help you make an even more beautiful life for yourself, your family, your community. So thanks everybody.